Hi everyone. My name is Anil Kumar. I'm working as a chief mate on container vessels, uh, and I've been recently promoted to the rank of chief mate. So I have an experience of close to 6 months at sea as a mate. Now I'm currently on board on a container vessel, and I've been in this field for more than 20 years at sea. I started my career in 2006 as a cadet. Now it's 2026, and I'm a mate. And in between, I had a career break, and between I did shore job. I did went into software. So I had a phase in my life where I wanted to try out different things. So hence the slight delay. Okay, and some personal hiccups also happened during my life, so that is another part of my life. Anyway, that is a few, like a briefing about me. So today the important aspect is that I wanted to create this video to discuss a topic, I think, which could be helpful for the senior ranks and the junior ranks currently on board, because I feel this I have to talk about this from my experience, and so I have just written it down to, like, sort this thing out so that I don't go waver here and there. So let us go to the topic. Okay. So like, the subject is, first one is like, what junior ranks expect from their senior ranks. Okay, on board a ship. This can be applied maybe in different fields also, but I am being specific to my field. Okay, this is in general. I'm not going to go into the technical part, but so as you know, I recently become a mate. So I was at a junior rank. I was a second mate and a third mate. So maybe this will sound similar to other junior ranks. So whatever it is, please do comment in the box below, and I would like to know your opinion on that matter. So when I was at like, I would start from the cadetship. Okay, when I was a cadet, when I joined as a cadet, I had high expectations of, like, of the life at sea. But to be very frank, when I joined, it was not all rosy, as I had made up, like, what I had thought from ashore. It was quite different, and it was very challenging. Okay, but on board, when I was full of enthusiasm. I wanted to do a good job, and I wanted to show that how capable I am. That was the mindset when I joined at sea, at around 19 years. Okay, currently I'm 40 years. Okay, in this December I'll be 40. Yeah, so time has flown just like that, and yeah, that's it's time flies very fast. Yeah, so I would like to say that so when I joined as a cadet, I expected that like, I would be getting support from my senior level. Like, whenever I had a query, I would be like I would be received with support. Like, okay, what do you want to know? Okay, let us discuss on that topic. So I expected that kind of support from my senior ranks. Okay, even my chief officer. But to be frank, that is not what I received on board. So it was more of an authoritarian type of style of leadership which I experienced. Like, in general, I'm saying, not all, but in general, what during my cadetship, all the chief officers which I got was more of an authoritarian type. Like, this is how you have to do it. Don't question. Don't think. You don't have to think. Don't think. You just do. Why? It's not your concern. Just do it. So that was the kind of approach which has been, which I has been exposed to. So that made me, like, lose a bit of interest. during my initial period. Then again, this is my career. I felt that I had to build my career on this, so I proceeded. So from that day, I had this. Those small things does have an impact on you in the long run. So and then again, it might also change how you become as a chief officer in the future. So it will not apply to everyone, but it can have an effect. So that is how I was exposed to. So when I was a third mate, the similar thing. I had chief officers and masters who, in general, were the authoritarian type. They just wanted to be basically robots who follow them. It cannot be. I'm not saying every master or chief officer or senior rank is like that, but that is my experience. But I expected more of an open communication. I expected during my like what I cannot read their minds. It is impossible. So I expected that they might tell me what is expected out of me, so that I can perform accordingly. Because to be very frank, to all the newcomers also, there is no, even though there is standardized policies like SMS and all other things, which says that you have to do your job like this and like that, but to be very frank, the reality is that each and every master on board has his set of way of working. Each and every chief officer has his particular way of working. Okay, you can go to a solution in different ways. So each chief officer and master has a different, so the final result would be the same, but they have their ways to get things done. So until and unless you do it in their way, they will not be satisfied, and then you tend to have conflicts. So this has occurred many times. So this happens because the junior officer is not aware. He knows he has to get the thing done. That's the only thing he knows. He does not know how the master wants or how the chief officer wants it to be done. He does not have an idea on that. So what, and the junior officer is in general won't ask to a senior rank, okay, how you want it done. He just know, okay, I have to do it, so I will get it done. Okay, so there lies an issue. Okay, there are certain things which he expects. So I had just one master, okay, in my entire career, and I would like to name him also, like Captain Peter. Okay, I would like to name him Captain Peter. I don't want to say in which company he was sailing and all, no, without his permission and all, but I have high regards for that person, because he was on to the point. When he joined, I learned something from him. Like, I met him after, like, in 2018, after 8 years at sea. I started my career in 2006, so that's almost after 12 years at sea I met him. Okay, and on board one of my container vessel. Okay, so he was very specific. It's not that he was easygoing, but he was very specific. When he joined, he called up all the officers and he told that I want a smooth contract. I expect these things from you guys. I want these things done this way. And he had a printout of the thing, and he made us this. It's very simple. I want a smooth contract. You do the things this way, as per what my instruction. It is going to be okay. There is no confusion. So we are also fine. We are all here to work. We all know that as at many of our junior ranks, we should be aware. And I have to tell to the junior ranks, master is an honors representative. So he is the sole and whole responsibility for ensuring the vessel safety and procedures. It is that thing is laid upon him. Okay, he has the final say in these things. So our duty as junior officers is to follow the orders, work related orders, not personal things. That this is all very obvious. Work related personal things, you have to get it done as per his instruction. Okay, so in order not to create a confusion, he has given instructions, standard instructions. You do like this, and get the things done. Okay, there is no question. That is how he wants, and he was open to suggestions also. Like, you could, if you think there is a better way, you could approach him and you could tell him, sir, I think this is the way, then he will decide whether it is better or not. Okay, so that is up to him. Then, but he will always listen to you. I have a say. Then he will say, okay, is this the way? Okay, we shall consider. But why he does not consider also, he will say, because if you do like this, then there are these problems. So that was the only master I can recall who does listen to your like concerns and this thing, till I became a mate. Now recently I am a mate on board this vessel. So I am having a master. Current my master, he is a Vietnamese national. So he is also on this, but he is not like has a set of rules or something, but he is open to suggestions. He takes suggestions from crew, he listens to them. So when a senior rank listens from a junior or a crew level, they feel that okay, they acknowledge their presence. Basically, when the senior rank listens to the junior rank, okay, so that creates value within those junior ranks, which in turn motivates them to work for the vessel. So these small things does make a difference. This is what I observed. Okay, this is what I observed. So if I don't say all should do it, but if this work culture is followed, I think for me this has worked. I can see better results from crew rather than the authoritarian way. Does not produce the correct output. Yes, at times you have to be authoritarian. In certain emergency situations, you have to take charge and you have to act. But that is only a small amount of time, only during emergencies or critical situations. You should not be 100% authoritarian always. So I feel this is what like a junior expects from the senior ranks, like support. You take into consideration their suggestions and like make them feel that you are a part of the team. That if you can, they are expecting that, but they will not tell you on it on your face. But if you can do it without them asking, I think we can get better performance from junior ranks. Okay, and this is what juniors generally expect. Okay, now I being a senior officer currently 6 months, so there are certain things which I expect, because I like to follow like what Captain Peter you brief your crew and your junior officers within the week or two, like what is expected from them clearly, so that there is no confusion. So there is no confusion on how to do things. Whether it is cargo watch, whether it is like how to do the job, you have a plan. So you tell them your plan is like this. So each and everything you explain to them why I am doing like this. So they know why you are doing. Okay. So I would like to say some examples, but then the video will become quite long. So I don't want to stretch that much. So basically that is this stuff. You explain why you want things to be done. Don't just tell them, okay, you do like this, no questions asked. No, that is not how it is. You take in their suggestions. Sometimes you can also get good like ideas from those people, and you can consider them. So when it's both the ways. So as we all are human beings, when a human being feels that he is being valued, he will automatically put in more effort without you asking. I know it's a bit out of topic. That goes both in a relationship also, and works in professional field also. So the seniors, as a senior rank, that is what they expect: more clear communication, clearly, like what is expected out of them. Okay, initial period, just brief them on what is expected. So you will have less chances of errors. Things will be going as accordingly as what you want, and you will have a smooth atmosphere on board. Okay, and this is what I feel. Then regarding the same I have the key point is communication. Okay, so that is the main point. Communication is the key. Okay, communication has to be effective and clear and precise. both from the senior and the junior ranks, to have no confusions and to get the work done. So then everything will work according to plan, so you don't have confusions. So if you follow these little things, I think it can make a better better atmosphere on board. Then one more thing for the senior ranks and for the junior ranks, it applies to both ways. Don't compare. For junior ranks, I would suggest do not compare your current senior officer with your previous senior officer. Don't never think he is like that. Why he is not like that? Because they are human beings. That is what makes us unique. You have to understand that person, how he is, what he wants. Communicate with him. What is his requirement? Get that thing known. Then work accordingly. Because as I said, you have different ways to get to a solution. So each senior rank have a different way of working. Try to understand that method. Okay, so don't compare. You are seeing this guy is like this, last chief officer was like that, last captain was like that. Why this guy is not like that? It is not like that. It is what it is. So that has to be understood by the juniors. Let it be the cadet, let it be the third officer, let second officer, even goes for same for the engine room also, fourth engineer and all. So the same thing again goes for the senior officers. Do not think that all your officers are of the same caliber. No, they are not. That is a fact. Different people have different capabilities. They have different capacities. It is as a responsibility of a senior officer to train your junior officers and to bring up to the level which is required. That is the responsibility lies in you, within you. Okay, you have to train them. That is the attitude I think we should keep as senior officers. So, but yes, there is one thing which cannot be neglected. The most important thing is attitude. Yes, if the junior rank or cadet, let it be whoever, if he does not have the attitude to learn, then it is going to be difficult. You can train people, you can tell people, you can train them, you can bring them up, but until the guy does not have the attitude to learn, you cannot do anything. We cannot do. Then we have to go to the other methods. Okay. So the only thing you require on board is attitude. That is the most important thing. A little bit of common sense and attitude towards learning. So for me, if you communication, attitude, that is the most important thing for me. As from my experience, I have learned that you should have the attitude and you should have communication skills, so that you have a smoother contract. This is what I believe. So the keenness to learn, you hardworking, that all covers under the attitude towards work. So, and communication, these both things, if they gel together and if you are able to work with it, and I think even if your capabilities are on the lower side, you can learn and come up and be in that level. So that is the most important key. And so I would like to end this video with saying that if you consider all these points and you put in practice on board, you can see the effect. That's what I feel. So please, all the seafarers who are sailing as seniors and junior ranks, please listen to this video and let me know what you think about this, and comment in my below. And safe voyages, and safety first, and chalo, bye, next time. Thank you.